Welcome back. Let's talk about life. So, today we'll be talking about I thought life would be easier by now. Have you ever looked around one random afternoon and thought, wait, is this really it? Not because your life is terrible, but because it is nothing like you imagine. When you were younger, you probably believe that by this age, everything would make sense. By this age, I would have achieved what I want to achieve. By this age, I would have achieved what I want to achieve in my career. By this age, my relationship would have been balanced. By this age, I would have the money that I'm looking for. By this age, there'll be peace. You thought you will finally feel like an adult. Then, one day, you wake up and you're still figuring things out. You still overthink. You still make mistakes. You still wonder if you are falling behind. And that is a strange feeling because nobody prepared you for it. Nobody prepared me for it. I remember talking to someone who said something I will never forget. He said, when I was 20, I thought adults had all the answers. Now I'm 40 and I realize we are all just making the best decision we can. Think about that for a second. Maybe the people you admire don't have life figured out either or figure out yet. Maybe they have just learned how to keep moving even with uncertainty. Have you ever noticed how social media make this feeling worse? Someone just bought a house. Someone just got engaged. You open your phone, someone just bought a car. Someone is traveling around the world. You open your phone, someone is celebrating promotion. And without realizing it, you start asking yourself, what am I doing? What is wrong with me? But here is what those posts don't show us or don't show me. They never show us the sleepless night, the failed business. Many times they fail, they never show us. The lonely weekends, the relationship that almost broke them. Everyone edit their story before posting it. If you don't know that, know it. They only show us the one or the part they want us to see. And they erase the part they don't want us to see. Do you know that you are comparing your behind the scene to someone else's highlight reels? You are comparing yourself with or comparing your life with someone's fake life or the life you saw, the lifestyle you saw on social media, which you know, which me and you know it's not real. Some might be real, but it's not real. Okay, now, can you imagine you watching a movie where you always see the hero winning? No struggle, no rejection, no heartbreak. It wouldn't what? Even be interesting. You won't like to watch it because what? It's not interesting because what? You didn't see the rejection, you didn't see the heartbreak. Somehow, that is exactly how we compare our life. The truth is, life doesn't get easier. You get stronger. Not overnight. Not without what? Scars. But little by little. Things that once broke you become the things that teach you. The disappointment that felt like ending become the new beginning you couldn't have planned. Sometimes the promotion never comes, but what? It pushes you to start the business that changes your life. Sometimes the relationship ends and years later you realize staying would have what? Been the real tragedy. Sometimes the delay isn't punishment. It is what? Preparation. And maybe that is the hardest lesson to accept because we all want life to follow our timeline. But life never cared about you, never cared about our timeline, never cared about me. It has its own. It has how it works. So, if you have been feeling like you are behind, I'm telling you the fact, you are not alone. If you are wondering why life still feels messy, why life is not favoring you, you are not alone. If you have ever whispered to yourself, I thought life would be easier by now, you are definitely not alone. Maybe growing up isn't about finally having all the answers. Maybe it is about learning to keep walking even when you don't. And strangely, that might be enough. So, let me ask you something. What is one thing you thought you will have figured out? Or what is one thing you thought you would have figured out by now, but you are still working on it? I would genuinely love to read your answers in the comments. And if you enjoy conversation like this about life, friendship, and becoming a better version of yourself, of myself, of ourselves, subscribe and join me for the next one. Peace out. I still remain your favorite, Daniel.